Hey guys, welcome back for another instructional tip. Today we actually have two tips combined into one. We're going to introduce a couple of different shot concepts that I guarantee they either pop up and you don't recognize them, or they pop up, you recognize them but didn't know how to do them. So let's take a look at a couple of things. In this particular situation, the opponent has done a fabulous job of freezing up my object ball down here in the gold bar, freezing up my cue ball down there in the gold bar. If you don't know what I mean by the gold bar, check back to one of the previous videos. We've talked all sorts of things about it. And what I recognize here is I have a dead carum. That means that the object balls are frozen or nearly frozen to each other in such a way that the tangent line is going to send a ball into a pocket. Here, my frozen carum, if I strike the 8-ball from this side, it sends it down the tangent line into that pocket. If I was to strike it from this side over here, coming this way, the 8-ball would then follow this tangent line over here, and it would miss the pocket. So that little angle there is going to help us out. It makes it super easy to pocket that 8-ball. As long as I can just hit it from this side, shoot, I can even hit this rail on the way in and on the way back out. It still makes the 8-ball because it's frozen. As long as I'm sending momentum in that direction for that 8-ball, it's going to go. Guaranteed. So here's the tricky part, is trying to figure out how do I get the cue ball to strike that. Well, the first thing I have to recognize is, well, in any table, angle in equals angle out on a 2-to-1 relationship type of table. This is a 2-to-1. All U.S. billiard tables are 2-to-1 relationships. In fact, almost all billiard tables are. Very few have different dimensions than 2-to-1 relationships, right? So if I send it over here, from this line, I exit that line. From this corner pocket, I go to that corner pocket. Well, certainly from the short rails, it would be the same thing. If I'm always aiming at the back side of the pocket, from this 1 diamond away from the corner, I'll exit 1 diamond away from the corner. 2 diamonds and 2 diamonds, 3 diamonds and 3 diamonds. You can see how these angles just happen to work out. So if we're always aiming towards the back side of the pocket, then we can trust that if I'm coming from, if I'd like to go to a second diamond line, if I'm coming from a second diamond line, like where this cue ball is now, we're pretty darn close to that second diamond line, where if I can just aim the cue ball at the back side of the pocket, I don't have to do anything fancy. I can just give it a high rolling cue ball. I don't need any side spin or anything like that. And we'll have a pretty good chance of hitting that rail underneath the 8 and maybe pocket it on the way back out. Let's see how we do. So as you can see, just like I said, it was automatic. As long as I hit that side of the ball, we were good. So let's try it again from a different type of line. So let's say we're coming in over here. Once again, I've got a frozen, dead carum. It's almost impossible to miss this shot because that tangent line is set up perfectly. But now I have a different line. I can't come from this 3rd diamond. It's easy enough to say, well, I'd like to go over here to this 3rd diamond, but that cue ball is not even close to that 3rd diamond now. I'm way over here. Besides that, I really don't want to go to the 3rd diamond. That's going to actually cut the 8-ball in. What if I don't make it? I'd be better off coming over here to a diamond and a half away from the corner pocket, let it clip it on the way back out. So if I was to come over here from a diamond and a half away, well, that cue ball happens to be on there. But I said I was going to teach you how to adjust. So let's adjust. I'm going to bring this cue ball over here a little bit. Okay, now let's figure it out. A diamond and a half is my target. And to get there from the back of the side pocket, I'd be at a diamond and a half. Well, where's my cue ball at? If I was to bring my cue ball over here, I'm at the 3rd diamond. Over here. It's going to come over here. I want to adjust this by 1.5 diamonds. Therefore, instead of aiming at the back side of the pocket, I'm going to adjust 1.5 diamonds. Here's 1.5. I'll put my chalk there. And what we're saying is, if I send the ball into this line, I should return at a track that's near that 1.5 diamonds away. That's how we adjust. So again, instead of my regular track line that sends me over here, I want to adjust up by 1.5. I want to adjust down by 1.5 here, like an accordion. So I've adjusted here from the back of that side pocket, 1.5 diamonds. We'll send that cue ball at that chalk now. I don't care where it hits on the rail. I'm not paying attention to that. I'm looking at that spot that's in line with all the diamonds that also included the back side of the side pocket. and we'll see how we do. No side spin on most tables, just a high rolling cue ball. And something ended up causing me to actually catch the ball versus catching the rail on the way in. There's a lot of different things that it could have been, and most likely, I'll tell you what it probably was, is that the cue ball was very close to this rail. What's that mean? It was sliding when it hit. That shortens up that angle. So we're going to try this guy again. I'm going to set this ball back at this third diamond because that's where we were coming from originally. Okay. See how close the cue ball is to this rail? I never had a chance to pick up a roll. So I have to adjust the way that I'm hitting it. I have to hit a little bit softer, maybe give it a little bit of running English to help it roll off this spot rather than shrinking the angle because it was sliding. In a previous video, we talked about sliding banks and kicks. Everything tightens up when you hit it hard, when the cue ball's sliding, when the object ball's sliding. When anything's sliding and it touches the rail, tightens it up. So, because that was a delivery issue, I need to take my time and recognize I have to deliver differently. My aim isn't going to change. I'm still coming from 3 diamonds away from the corner pocket, brings me 3 diamonds away. I want to adjust over by 1.5, so I'm adjusting over by 1.5. And we're going to try and change this up a little bit with a softer hit, maybe a little bit of rolling English to help make sure that I still get down there. A little running English. So in this case, it's going to be left, some top, and a much softer hit to try and give it a chance to be rolling. That looks a little bit better, doesn't it? Really, really big difference when you're hitting it with a sliding ball and a rolling ball. I'm glad I made that mistake live on camera. As you know, I don't redo my videos. One take, you're going to see I'm human. I'm going to make mistakes. But I make those mistakes so you can learn from them. So hopefully you don't make the same ones. So we'll work through it together. We're all students of the game, and that's what we're doing here is we're learning together. Thanks as always for subscribing. Please do consider in 2025 upgrading your subscription to an Ultimate Dragon subscription. With that, not only are you going to continue to get all the videos that you're already signing up for anyways, you're also going to get 30 minutes every single month with me doing a live one-on-one online video instruction, or in person if you're able to make it. We'll attach that 30 minutes to you. And the live online instruction is really the same as if you were working with me one-on-one in person. I'm giving you live feedback. I'm watching you shoot at your table in the comfort of your home or at the pool hall of your choice. All you need is a tripod, a smartphone, and I recommend some earbuds, but those aren't even required. Talk to me about it if you want to dive in a little bit more. It's going to be better than just exclusive content and different random videos. We're actually going to be able to assess where you're at, put together a game plan for what's separating you from where you are and where you want to be, and I'll be able to custom tailor a program for you, including teaching you how to practice properly and with purpose for those specific isolated weaknesses that you have. Let's turn those into some strengths and make 2025 your year. Give me a shout if you guys have any questions. Regardless of which tier you're subscribed to, I appreciate you being here. I can't do this without you, so thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's been a great year. Really appreciate you guys. Train better, do better, and shop better at DragonBilliardsInstruction.com.